relocating to Cambodia, there's no better time than the present. The Kingdom of Cambodia is located in Southeast Asia, bordered by Thailand and Vietnam. Cambodia is a developing country with a growing economy. Cambodia offers an impressive and diverse environment, from the sprawling flat plains in the central region to the winding Mekong River, tropical rainforests, and mountainous regions, as well as the crown jewel of the Khmer Empire, Angkor Wat, an ancient city built in the 11th century by the Khmer Empire that brings millions of tourists to Cambodia each year and was recently voted one of the top 5 tourist destinations in the world. So whether you want to live in the bustling city of Phnom Penh or on the tropical islands of Coron, or if you even want to dwell among the temples of Siem Reap, Cambodia has something for everyone. But more importantly, Cambodia offers a great climate, a wonderful exchange rate, and most of all, the friendliest people in the world. Contact us today at Sincere Travel Services to schedule your consultation, and we'll help make your move to Cambodia as smooth and easy as possible.
What is happening, everybody? What's going on? What's up, family? To everybody, this is Ed from Ed Travels. Back with you guys again. It is great to see you, JM. What's happening, JM? What does JM say? I know in Bangkok you don't need a car. Do you need a car? See, no. Personally, I don't have a car. Not yet. I think when I come back, I'm gonna be heading back. I'm gonna be heading back to the States soon. And I'm gonna be heading back to the States soon. And I'm gonna come back for that. Yeah. When I come, I mean what I'm saying, somebody just asked me a question. I'm sorry. Yeah. When I come back to the States, when I come back from the States, I'm gonna when I come back from the States, I'm gonna buy a car. I'm gonna buy a truck actually. I want a Chevy, not a Chevy, but a Toyota. I want a Toyota extended cab. So when I come back from the States, I'm gonna look into purchasing the vehicle. But no, to answer your question, JM, no, you don't. I don't think you do. I mean, the average expat that lives here, unless they're gonna live here for a very, very, very long time, they don't have a car. You don't need a car. Now, what you have to understand about a vehicle here is that getting a brand new vehicle is extremely expensive. You have to pay over 100, yeah, 100%. You have to pay 100% import tax on a brand new vehicle. Say you want to buy a vehicle from the States. So if the vehicle is 30 grand, you're gonna pay 60. Yeah, I know it's ridiculous, but that's just how. So I think actually the truck I'm looking to buy is like a 2016 Toyota Tacoma extended cab. It's about 16 grand. But the financing or whatever, if I just don't buy it cash, is gonna have to include the misses because it's gonna include the misses because it's going through a Khmer bank. So the principal personal loan has to be Cambodian. That's how they do it here. Well, James, it's good to see you. See you in the house. Mr. G, peace and blessings, man. How are you? It's been crazy out here. Shout out we got Mr. G in the building. I had so much stuff queued up for today. Actually, the reason why I didn't do a live this morning is because I actually today was a important day. This is my house at about 6 o'clock this morning. Actually, a 20 passenger bus, and I'll run that video back. This is a 20 passenger bus that I rented to take my family out to Kulin Mountain, which is about an hour from here. Mulatto Vanguard. I don't know why this isn't playing, but this is my family, the kids. You can see the grandkid on the float. I took them out this morning. This is Kulin Mountain. Um, actually, my lady's um husband was from Kulin Mountain. Yeah, that's a picture. I don't understand why, but my lady's husband is from Kulin Mountain. He passed away a couple years ago. Today was the anniversary, or yesterday was the anniversary of his passing. So there's a whole little ceremony. I'm gonna have a video of it, and I went out there today to show respect for him because there was another little stream that you didn't see in that video. Air horn for my man Mulatto Vanguard, but there's actually a little stream around the corner that that they spread his ashes in. So the anniversary of his passing every year, um, we go out and show respect to him. His mom was there, his brothers, his sisters, his aunts, his uncles. So that was a very important family thing that I did today. But I'm back tonight, and I really want to get into some of this. First of all, I want to send a shout out to a very special young lady, another content creator. I was on her channel earlier, and that's Dee Dee. This is her YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure some of you might have heard of it, but she keeps it real. She keeps it 100, and I really love going to her channel, appearing on her lives, and I'd like for everybody to show her some love. So please go to Dee Dee's channel, click subscribe, um, and please check the young lady out. Please, she's a wonderful person. But I wanted to get right into this because actually, this guy, I've been going to his page for a while, and come to find out that he's either from Cambodia or he'll be coming to Cambodia soon. So I just wanted to play this video and give you guys my reaction. And again, this is about Passport Bros. I got so much content. I got so many videos that I just want to react to. So let me go ahead and add him to the stream. Let me see how I'm gonna do it. Let me see how I'm gonna do it. Let me see how I'm gonna do it. Stop screen share. I'm gonna present. I'm gonna share screen. All right, here we go. Check it out.
I got a compilation video of the Passport Bros, or just
Fair
women
use.
talking about Passport Bros and sharing their feelings about us and the things that we do and our preferences. So please like and subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate that. And let's get to the chow. Chow time.
Okay, let's talk about Passport Bros. Here's the first thing you need to know about these walnuts. Have you noticed that
Hey, maybe I'm a legume.
the ones who are chanting Passport Bros are the same ones that are also chanting about how they don't want to pay for dates? So they basically want you to believe that they can't afford dinner, but they can afford a passport and a flight out of the country.
No. The reason why the ones are probably the ones that want to do 50-50 on dates is they don't see the value of paying for your dinner or paying for your date when they can go overseas and pay less.
Second of all, they're in for a rude awakening, and I'm kind of here for it. We all know that the bar is in literal hell in the United States, and they're going to find that when they leave the United States, that women's standards are actually higher.
What the hell is wrong with you? What the hell is wrong with you? What the hell is wrong with you?
This
is one thing. Why does every woman think that women in other countries are impoverished? People in Cambodia are perfectly fine. People in Philippines are perfectly fine. People in Southeast Asia's most countries are perfectly fine. Like, yeah, they're not first world countries, but they aren't impoverished like slave working women.
Exactly. That's my point. I mean, and the reason why I show these videos is that for this group of women to continually say that they want us gone, that they want us out of here, that they want us to go so badly, they continue to make up these videos. Again, the Mulatto Vanguard, Jeff in Brazil, airborne all the way, and just to let you go. Jeff in Brazil, what's going on, man? Standing in the door, airborne, stand by. 1 minute, 30 seconds, stand by. My airborne brother, keep your feet and knees together. Hey, I got your emails, and I'm interested in coming. I'll probably be back in Cambodia around that time, but actually it will make more sense for me to fly through Madrid, to go through Bangkok, through Madrid, and then catch a direct flight to like Rio. So you can help me with that. But big shout out to Jeff in Brazil for joining. JM says, I don't agree that they're perfect, fine, 200 or 300 a month, or you're just existing, not living. That they are perfectly fine too. Listen, I had the stats here about Cambodia. If you live outside the city, your rent is going to be anywhere from $250 to $300 a month. If you live in the city, I'm talking about a nice place, you're going to be $350 to $600 for something really nice with security and a pool. Matter of fact, since we're here, let me go to that website. I shout out to my people here in Cambodia. And let's look at Siem Reap. Let's look at IPS Realty and Siem Reap, right? So I'm gonna click on. I'm gonna let me go ahead and start sharing this so we can start looking. Okay. Y'all sit with me for a minute. Present. I want to show you guys this. Apartments. Share. Okay. I want to make sure how I'm looking here so you can see. Okay, this is Siem Reap, all districts. So what I'm gonna do, since I know the districts here where the most popular ones are. Okay, we're gonna pick Siem Reap and we're gonna say Krong Siem Reap. Okay, all areas. Sfai.com, where I live. Salah Kamruk, that's near Pub Street. We're gonna pick the two most areas, and we're gonna pick a house or a villa, renovated apartment flat. Let me uncheck renovated apartment, house or villa. All right. I'll even check condo, rent sale. Let's say minimum price $200, maximum price. Let's go all the way up and say 1,000. Let's do a search. And these are apartments in Siem Reap. And this is real time. So right here is Fi.com where I am. This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment for rent in Fi.com. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. Right? And you can see the pictures. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. Pretty spacious place. This is $450 a month. As you can see here, you have a full-size refrigerator. You have your washing machine right here. I need to go back. You got a flat screen TV, so the place is furnished. You have furniture. You actually have a full propane stove. This is the kitchen. Damn, it comes with a microwave. My first one didn't come with a microwave. Comes with a marble floor. That's a close-up. Comes with the hood, brand new cabinets. Little living room. Actually comes with the deck outside. 1 bedroom. 2nd bedroom. Bathroom. Glass shower. Heated shower. Looks like a very nice. Okay, that's the 2nd bedroom. And we're about to see, that's an external shot, your little patio. As you can see, they're still building on. So they're adding on to this apartment. So this is brand new construction. All right. So let's look at another one. And this is a 1-bedroom studio, Swy.com. This is where I live, near where I live. So this is a 1-bedroom. This is only $250. 1 bedroom, 1 bath with a pool. You see the pool there? That's $250. 1 bedroom, 1 bath, glass shower. Seems like it's a nice little hallway there. Again, with a pool, parking area, elevator. So that's not bad at all. So this is just giving you an insight. And let's go ahead and go up to the, let's look at a 1-bedroom. No, let's look at a 3-bedroom house for rent. And this is in Siem Reap. This is for $600 a month. All right. So this is a 3-bedroom house. Comes with a little furniture. 3 bedrooms. It has a little rooftop area. All right, has a little area downstairs. Has another outside entertainment area. Yeah, it's gonna be some work. Yeah, that wouldn't do for me, but that's $600 a month. All right, I want to look at another one. Let's look at a 3-bedroom villa in Sanget, Siem Reap. So that's like more towards the city near the Pub Street area. This is $550 a month, and this is a 3-bedroom villa. This is the outside view of the villa. Looks like it. Let's go back. It looks like it has fish tanks that are already in there for you aquarium people. This is the outside of the villa. You've got kitchen's a little crowded, but you got one bathroom. You got 4 bathrooms in this house. Little patio. This doesn't come furnished. It doesn't look like it does. You got a little upstairs. You got your little patio outside, another patio area. Decent view. Got another kitchen upstairs. You got a whole nother kitchen upstairs. Full size refrigerator. And your bedrooms, your 3 bedrooms, 4 baths. So I guess there's a guest bathroom. Yeah, it looks like the military guy lives there. All of this comes included. There's a kid's room. That's your parking area if you have a car. That's the outside, the back of the villa. Okay, little covered parking garage. Yeah, that's not too bad. So, just to give you an idea, that's what it looks like. Oh, Ron in the building with the $20 super chat, man. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you. With the $20 super chat, I truly appreciate it. Yeah, cost of living, everything included per month, roughly. Okay, those houses I showed are gonna have aircon, so that rent is not gonna include your electricity. If you run all your air cons, it's gonna run anywhere like $65 if you run your air con. Electricity is not that cheap, but you can run your air con and the fan, keep it under $50 a month. What's going on, Crypto Tribe Live? Shout out to him. Crypto Shout Live, Mr. G back in the building. No, it doesn't include electricity. Here at my 5-bed, like I said, I got 5 bedrooms, 5 baths. I run the aircon up here all the time in the office in my little studio, and I think I paid like $120 this month because downstairs they don't use it. They just use a fan. And Mr. G, yeah, they are furnished. If you request it, they are furnished. My man Kevin from Albany in the building. What's going on, brother? Thanks for the $4.99. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, but the electricity is the most expensive now. I can honestly sit back and say that salute to you too, Kevin. Salute, Mr. G, 1804. And those are good neighborhoods. Yeah, bro. I mean, let me tell you something that freaked me out. So my gate is locked. It's not one of those automatic locks. There's a chain and there's a heavy duty lock. And usually the girls are in and out all day. My lady's in and out. So I get ready to leave. And I walk out to the street. And they left the key to the lock in the lock. Because it's one of the locks that you got to relock the lock before you can take the key out. And that lock also has a key to my front door. And they had left it there all day. And this was nighttime. And nobody touched it. Have I heard of people being robbed? In 5 years, maybe twice. I heard of people being robbed at their house. Maybe twice in 5 years. What I have heard happen is you do have a gang of people that'll come down here from Phnom Penh and steal motorbikes. they'll get like a master key made for these Zoomers and these Honda, these Zoomers, the Zoomer bikes, and they, because that's a very marketable asset here in Cambodia is a motorbike. So they got a whole little racket that'll come down here, steal your motorbike, and change the VIN numbers out on it. Yeah. So to answer your question, I can leave my door unlocked, which I absolutely love. Again, Ron, thanks a lot for the $20 super chat, bro. But those houses that I just showed you, and you guys can go back in the stream and see them. Usually you're just gonna pay first and last month's rent. Some ask for a deposit. And what I suggest you do is go take a picture of your meter. Yeah, and I pay maybe because I got a bunch of people living here. So I think I paid about $60 for water, but I got girls. Bunch of women in this house, a bunch of showers and hair being washed. A lot of cooking. But at my apartment, I used to pay, it was negligible. The water might be $6, $7 a month when I was at my one bedroom. But what I do is I also go out to my front gate and I take a picture of my my water meter. I check it against what my bill is. And do I have it over here? I think I do. I have like an old copy of, no, I don't. It's not in that one. It's in here. As y'all can see, I try to keep it. But what they do is they'll like send you a copy of your water bill. Of course, I can't find it for the live, but they send you a copy of your water bill. And I'll find it before this is over. I don't know where it is, but like you get a little copy of your, like your water bills and stuff like that. They leave it out in the mailbox. So they'll leave the, oh, do I have it? Yeah, here we go. So like, if y'all can see it on the camera, this is the water bill. Electric bill for Cambodia. So these are like two of my electric bills. And then here's the water bill. So the Siem Reap Water Authority, right? Let me hold it up. Siem Reap Water Authority, they'll let you know how much you've used. So they actually leave these out in my mailbox. And then I use ABA Bank. I use the banking app on my phone to pay the bill. So yeah, man, it's great little neighborhoods, man. But yeah, so basically it will cost you, I would say, safely, 1-bedroom apartment with food, electricity, and this is talking about eating out. You could probably bare bones get by on about $1,200 a month. Bro, let me tell you something, man. Mr. G, here the word that they use for a foreigner is called a barang. You're a barang. They don't differentiate whether you're a white barang, black barang, Hispanic barang. You're just a barang. The women are very open. I've seen brothers date here, find wives here. This is, it's getting more progressive, but the women are traditional women. And if you want to ask a question, if you meet a woman around your age, unless she's really young, they down to let you test drive and see what it's like before you get married, if you know what I mean. I'm trying to keep it PG. been a good dating scene. And the Khmer women are beautiful women, in my opinion. My airborne buddy, people like to move from the U.S. to foreign countries without doing simple visits, not enough research, law, politics, economic, medical, etc. It took me 5 years to relocate. Take your time. And I agree. I do consultations. I've done some. Did one for another airborne buddy of mine. But applause to Jeff for that. I'm gonna be having an ebook coming out about relocating to Cambodia. It'll be out probably the end of next month, but it'll have everything you need. Why you choose Cambodia instead of Thailand or any other Asian country? Thanks a lot for asking that question, Mr. G. For me, 52 years old, retired military. I spent some time in Bangkok. Spent time in Phuket. I'm talking at least month and a half in each place. Spent a month and a half in Chiang Mai. I didn't go to Vietnam, but I ended up spending like 2 months in the Philippines. I didn't like Manila. I wasn't a huge fan of Angeles. I did like Cebu. I actually fell in love with Bohol, Alona Beach area. I checked them all out. But there were three main reasons I picked Cambodia, Mr. G. And that was the people. I love the Khmer people. Some of the nicest, kindest people that I've ever met. Anywhere I've been in the world, without a doubt. The food, I would say, second to Thailand. Maybe sort of tied with Vietnam food. Way better than Filipino food to me. I had access to beaches if I'm, willing to travel a couple of hours down to Koh Rong. But Philippines and Thailand had Cambodia beat on access to beaches. Well, the Philippines, no one could beat the Philippines with beaches. With over 7,200 islands, you can't beat the Philippines when it comes to beaches. But it was the people. It was the visa situation. To me, the Philippines had a very convoluted visa situation about how you had to leave and come back and reapply and leave and come back, or you wanted that SRRV, like that special retirement visa, and you had to pay a couple thousand for it. The Philippines Cambodia at the time that I came was like 20 grand. It wanted 20 USD in a bank account, like in escrow, to stay in there until it was time for you to renew. So I was like, well, I don't want to do that. So I think I was 48 when I got here, about to turn 49. And I read about the retirement visa, the e-visa. They had the business visa, which you needed someone to sponsor you. And since I wasn't working, I asked Rubber Band Man in the building. I'll get to you in a second. So what I did is I asked somebody here, what do I have to do? Do I have to go to like an immigration office or somewhere to apply for one of these visas? And they said, no, you don't have to go to immigration. All you got to do is go to like a licensed travel agency. So I actually went to this place called Easy Tour. And the Easy Tour said, I kind of told them I was, so I mentioned the word retired. And it's okay, you can get a retirement visa. And I was like, well, I had to understand it had to be 55 to get it. And they were like, no. Do you have $297? And I said, yeah. They said, give me your passport, $297. Sign this letter saying that you promise not to work, that you don't need a work visa, and you'll have a 1-year multi-entry retirement visa within 7 days. And I'm like on my 5th retirement visa in Cambodia. So, that, and I did forget another reason, Mr. G. Cambodia is located, if I can share a screen, I'm going to share a screen of a map. I'm going to share a screen of a map. All right. So I think I shared this one before. I shared this map before because it kind of shows what needs to be shown. So let me go ahead and put this up on the screen for you guys, for those gentlemen that are looking. Got 13 in the place. Please hit like for me. All right. So here's Cambodia that I have the mouse over in like the aqua, the very, very like light green. Along the west side, all the way kind of wraps around Cambodia, you have the country of Vietnam. And then you have Laos to like the northeast, I would say. Then you have Thailand, you have Myanmar, which would be Burma. And then down here at the bottom, you have Malaysia, Singapore, Brunei, Indonesia. And then out here in the South China Sea, you have the Philippines. So all of these countries make up Southeast Asia. So I'm a 50-minute flight to Thailand. If I want to go down here or go to the coast of Thailand, I can go down to Phuket. I can go to Laos. I can go to Hanoi, which is up here. Da Nang, Hoi An, Ho Chi Minh, which you can actually take a bus from Phnom Penh, 45 minutes from Phnom Penh to Hanoi. I mean, Ho Chi Minh. I'm about a 3-hour flight to Manila, 2.5 hours to Singapore, Brunei, and then you have Hong Kong down here somewhere. But so another reason why I picked Cambodia, because it's so centrally located. Yeah, Mr. G, thanks again. Hey, Rubber Band Man, I haven't forgotten about you, my brother. Getting to the super chats. I appreciate you, man. Applause. Get the applause. You get the logo pop. And then my man, I want to sit back and I want to thank Mr. G for the $5 super chat again, bro. I appreciate you. He says Cambodia seems expat friendly. The Latin countries are making their visa process harder. Yeah, man. I mean, very honestly, I just got my 2024, and I can't never find the damn thing. I just got this is my 2023 visa, my 2023 retirement visa. It says Phnom Penh, but it was mail from here, $300. That was it. Bing, bam, boom. All right, Rubber Band. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link. I'm gonna drop the link. So anybody that wants to join. Yeah. The thing about the Khmer culture, I know you guys are down in Brazil. The thing about the Khmer culture is very easygoing. Khmer is not a hard language to learn. I'm actually taking Khmer classes, and I live in a house full of Khmer people. The language itself only has less than 25,000 words. Oh, my man. I'm gonna add him to the stream. Rubber Band Man, what's happening, brother?
Brother Ed, man, how the family doing, man?
Hey, man, they doing great, man. I was just went out to Kulin Mountain. I rented a 20-passenger bus. Kulin Mountain is about an hour and a half outside of Siem Reap. And it's mountainous. They have this big waterfall, stream. They have a pagoda.
Yeah.
with the reclining Buddha.
Mm.
But that's where my wife's deceased husband was from. And before he died, he asked her, could his ashes be spread in this little stream that he used to play in as a child? So every year, his mom, who she's way older now, his mom, sister, uncles, brother, all of the kids, all of the nieces, nephews. It must have been about 25 of us today. Got on the bus. There was another pickup truck full of food, ice chests. We all went out there, cooked out. Um, we all cooked out and had, just had a whole day, prayed to him, lit incense for him. So it was a very, it was a very important day for the family. So that's what I did.
Hey, look, man. Hey, man, I'm so happy for you, man. First thing I want to say is, look, um, everybody needs to support this brother's show.
Oh, thank
Support
you,
the show.
man.
Support the show with the super chats. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to support black male content, because I just got off a stream. I didn't get a chance to get on the panel, but I was listening. On Pablo Frescobar, one of the elders in the passport movement, was on there. And you got to be careful with this passport bro, black male movement. You got to be careful with it, because we got a lot of, the hyenas plan is to plan is to take this thing over, and once again, I'm not for or against Just Pearly, but now that
Yeah,
Obsidian,
I'm glad you brought that up.
Obsidian has revealed more information that not just did Just Pearly pay Kevin Samuels a couple times for consultations. He paid Donovan Sharp. She paid Fresh and Fit for consultations. And she paid a couple other black men for consultations to clean up her done YouTube game. And I'm sitting back and I'm scratching my head. And I'm scratching my head the whole time out. And Pablo, I mean not Pablo, but brother Ed, if you just give me a second here. The reason why, because there's a point
Go
when I
ahead.
mean when I took there's a
Take your
point.
time, bro. Take your
There's a
time. I
point.
really want to hear this. Take your time.
There's a point when I say y'all to support Ed's content, because Obsidian, whether you like him or not, Obsidian has his facts. A lot of times he'll sit on them for the right time, the time that he want to unload. And today he's dripping out more and more information. And this Becky paid black men several times. She went and paid and put money in their pockets and sat at their feet and let them destroy her content. And she went and they basically rebuilt her. And that's why she's got over the 1 million subscribers. And I'm saying, if a Becky can come and sit down at the feet, because you hear Courtney, Michelle, you all the time about they talked to Kevin, but none of them paid Kevin. None of them put money in Kevin's money in his pocket. But a Becky, who's not even part of the community, paid a black man, you know what I'm saying, for his services, because Kevin he was a done image consult. And she said herself, he told her that she looked like garbage. She got to clean her stuff up. Told her what to do. And I'm watching this now, and if we ain't careful, and if we don't guard y'all, people like Austin Holloman, Courtney Michelle, Danica Marie, we will lose this thing. We will lose it, because what they try, separate Austin with this, what these pro-wax are trying to do, they're scared. These post-war ABW baby mamas, they're scared, because brothers are losing, this content is growing. And I guess they figure if they can take out Just Pearly, they can, because they see her as the direct beneficiary of Kevin's teachings.
Yeah, you know what, Rubber Man? I was on I can't think of the sister stream. I just happened to come across it. Because I was just trying to see, I was trying to get an idea. I was trying to get an idea of what was going on out here in these YouTube streets, right?
Yeah,
I'm looking it up right now. Let me see and it was She's So Lucky, right?
yeah,
And it was, what's the ROI, return of investment for uplifting black men in media? Women need incentives, which first of all, I was already thrown off by the title, right?
mm-hmm.
But she had Tommy Sotomayor on there. And let me catch these super chats real quick.
Go
My
ahead, go ahead,
man
brother.
Jeff, you're right. And I'm working on that in a very big way, Jeff. He says, I think you get expats from permanent residents to give their story, how they made their move to different countries, real time. Yeah. And I'm working on that. And I'll share that with you, Jeff. I'm gonna send you an email. My man Eric up in Alaska. Big shout out to you, brother. Thank you for joining on. I'm gonna get right back to my point. I want to thank Burt Ross for the $4.99 super chat, man. I truly, truly appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. And and let me grab this real quick, and I get right back to you. Raban said, "Hey, yeah, she first came to my attention when she did reaction to KS. She reacted to Donovan Sharp, and then he roasted her about a video. She made a comment. He invited her to come up, bruh. The and I'm gonna go on my little diatribe real quick. That gray girls are some of the smartest, most conniving animals on the planet. They brought this feminism over to the hyenas, to the ABWs, and the ABWs took it and ran with it and turned it into something extremely toxic, into something really different, without realizing that the gray girls weren't talking about leaving their men. They just wanted some access to their money. And then when brothers really started making it big, the gray girls married all the athletes. They married the millionaire guys and left the sisters mad. And when it comes to Just Pearly, and thanks to Obsidian, because I heard his first live Rubber Band a week or two ago, right? Where he actually had her on the show, post apology. She paid for the keys to the gate, gentlemen. She paid for the keys to the gate. Kevin Samuels gave her the roadmap into how to enter the manosphere. Then she hired some black folks. She actually brought on multicultural panels. It just wasn't black, black women. It was, she talked about black women and their issues. But if I remember correctly, Just Pearly talked a lot about the modern woman. Right, Rubber Band? She wasn't just on black women. She
Yeah,
talked a
no,
lot about the modern woman.
and Just probably brought on gray girls who are in intimate relationships with black men, and
Because she knew
the
black
race.
men were the audience.
Yeah, and she talked, and they came on there like matter of fact, she had on that guy. That was done Nick Fuentes. Pearly moved over to the side couch and brought on her homegirl. Her homegirl is this Italian chick born in the UK who's engaged to a black man. And her homegirl said, straight up, she told Fuentes, hey man, I think you just a straight up racist. You know what I'm saying? And because he's half Italian too, and he got bit out of shape because I guess he figured this Italian chick is marrying a black man. And
yeah, I saw that part. Yeah.
yeah, and what I'm trying to get to is this: support people like Ed, Pablo, because these hyenas, the Courtney Michelle, the Nicki Marie, what I'm saying, the Maggles like Jason Black, they saw a chance to do a sneak attack. You know what I'm saying? And the person I'm disappointed is Dennis Sperling. I'm disappointed that brother because he did a 2-hour, 3-hour stream on this thing. And when he was invited, because I don't know where he's from. I know he lived in Texas, but I'm from Mississippi.
Well, he's from
And-
South Central Los Angeles.
Yeah, and the same for Mississippi, man. If you got a problem with a man or somebody, you go talk to that person face to face.
Come holler at him. He was invited on.
He was invited on. He turned it down. Courtney Michelle turned it down to go talk to her. Danica Marie turned it down. Crimson Cure turned it down. I don't know about Ches. You know what I'm saying? But they all turned it down. Like, well, hell, you had your chance.
Well, yeah, you had your shot. James Wingate said Pearl came on DS show, and then they became friends. And JM brings up a great point. Bro, if you had a millionaire dad that you asked to pay Kevin Samuels' fee, anybody could do what she did. Stop acting like she sacrificed. Exactly. She's a white conservative businesswoman. Right? She paid the fee. She paid the fee to all those people that Rubber Band Man named earlier. She built a state-of-the-art studio. She got talented editors. And see, tonight, Tony Sotomayor came at the Hyenas, bruh. Oh my God. It was, you know what? And I watched that stream, and I gotta give it to Tommy. He man, dude, he came at the Hyenas tonight, Rubber Band Man. And one of the points that he brought up was, he said, so Just Pearly said something about racism that was out of bounds, right? I think we agree on that.
Yeah.
Right. And he said, and these were like 3 women on the panel. And he said, y'all turned around and y'all were angry that these brothers had let Just Pearly into this space, the Black Manosphere. That we had let her in and brothers was watching her show and subbing. And he said, then all of a sudden, y'all started calling the black dudes, COONES. You see what I'm saying? I'm not sure if I can say the word, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what them white folks used to call black, whatever. Or we call other black people. You sitting there, you eating coon flakes and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then Tommy brought up a very good point. He said, y'all are displaying outrage at Just Pearly things because she said something racist. And then y'all turned around and called black men racist. Called him a racist name. He said, what's the difference between you two?
Yeah.
And then you know what the women said? Well, that's just how we were feeling. We really didn't mean
it. and matter of fact, they just made Just Pearly stronger. Because now her subscriber count done went up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She a lot stronger. You know what I'm saying? And they all looking like chumps because everybody the whole time out. Y'all talked all this stuff, did these 2-hour streams, and when you got a chance, even last night, when I was sitting and had Jessica X on there, he said, Jessica, I can set it up right now. You go on the Just Pearly Network, just you and her, and have a conversation. Jessica X ran. She gave you every excuse in the book why she didn't want to do it.
Yeah, because she's not going to go against the sisterhood. She's terrified. It's funny how the ABWs turn feminism into hate black men. Absolutely, James. Absolutely, brother.
Yeah, because I'm sitting here and said, I can set it up right now. You and Pearly sit down and y'all air out y'all differences. On live stream, Pearly all the time you want to talk.
He said, then white woman came in the side door to take the best of black men. It's funny how Passport Bros and SYSBN keep moving past the continuum. And you're right. Go ahead, Rubber Baby. He told Jessica Black just to go on there.
Yeah. Yeah, and Jessica X folded. She folded severely. She didn't even want to do it. He said, I can set it up right now. She said, look, you're in London, Pearly's in London. I can make the call right now, set it up. Y'all can do a show tomorrow. You can have your piece. Tell her how you feel. You know what I'm saying? She won't interrupt you. She'll sit there and take it. You know what I'm saying? But see, you gotta let her respond. Just answer, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Hey, thanks a lot to James Wingate for the $5 super chat. Just Pearly Things dad did not support the YouTube career at first. She had to pay money up front, and then I think he helped her one. Hey, listen, to me, there's absolutely nothing wrong with taking advantage of the generational wealth that they had
Yeah,
for her to do
yeah,
what she did. I'm not mad at her
yeah,
for that. That's a good business move.
yeah.
She,
You know what I'm saying?
and then not only that, but she had some of the gatekeepers of the manosphere gave her the key.
But Ed, everybody forgetting it. She paid them.
And all those other content creators had that they had the opportunity. That's another thing Tommy Sotomayor said tonight. He said, if how many of you ladies right now, how many of you black content providers that got all of this selective outrage about Just Pearly Things, if Kevin Samuels was alive right now, would pay him for a console?
None of them would, because see, look, the only time that Courtney Michelle talked to Kevin, Kevin went on the Lapeef network. She said, and so what they did was they all timed in to talk to Kevin, but no one paid Kevin for a one-on-one consult. Just Pearly paid him several times. I mean, she paid Kevin several times. You know what I'm saying? She coughed up Kevin's fee. You know what I'm saying? Then she turned around and paid Donovan Sharp. She paid Fresh and Fit for their consult. And and I'm sitting there and you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? And Ed, you smart man, but you said something a while back, a couple of your shows. You said this a while back. You know what I'm saying? You got sidetracked, but you didn't elaborate on it. You said Becky had no problem paying to get access. You said this a while back. You said this a while. You said this a while.
No problem. And JM, I like when you make comments like this because I love the dialogue. You said Just Pearly was born rich. Why didn't y'all give the opportunity to a poor dark-skinned sister instead of like Gail at night, dude? Listen, the way I answer that is this. At the end of the day, when it comes to this YouTube space, I wasn't involved in that. I didn't even know who she was. But Just Pearly was smart enough to know that sometimes it takes money to make money.
Damn right. And plus, she's not from England. She's from the U.S. So she wouldn't
exactly. It takes money to make money, JM. And exactly what she did is she sat back and did her research, just like Jeff in Brazil was talking about doing your research before you move to a new place. And she said, who are the gatekeepers in this space that I want to get to? And she went straight to the top.
Yeah, and matter of fact, she's dating a black man. You know, so she doesn't air out who she's dating because she tries to keep that private. But she's dating, and look, it's like this. Then, you know, what I'm saying, her right hand person who kind of guided her on the UK route is this black woman, this old school black woman who's married with a couple kids, called her Auntie. You know what I'm saying? And freaking Auntie has schooled her on who to hire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who to bring it up. She schooled on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And another question that I have to ask about Just Pearly Things in these, like you said, poor dark sister, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many black people are these poor dark sisters employing?
Yeah, I mean, Just Pearly.
They sitting on their couch in the corner. They got a tight ass dress on, showing their titties and all of this kind of stuff to keep the men's attention, right?
Yeah,
but you got like Dee Dee. I was on her panel. Shay Sade. You got Danica Marie. You got a couple other sisters that actually put out this content, but none of them wanted to kick forward the dough to sit down with the Godfather to get. I'm not mad at her for that.
No, but look, I'm gonna tell you the next one. I was on her panel a couple months ago. Chantel Simone was the next one to blow up because Chantel was on Value Entertainment with that Patrick, with that Iranian dude,
Patrick
that
guy,
Jewish kid.
She was on coming to a major platform.
Yeah.
And he got the white girl doing he got the white girl on Value Entertainment.
Jedediah. Yeah. Hey, Chantel. So I told Chantel, I said, look, you've been consistent. Stay consistent. I said, but you will block the blow. And I said, you the next one they gonna come after. She said, I said, Chantel, you on Value Entertainment. Okay? You on Value Entertainment. I said, you are the next one to blow up. You know what I'm saying? And I said, the minute you blow up, they gonna come after you.
Hey, but also to Ron, to JM, to James Wingate, again, thanks for the love and support. Let me tell you what the problem, because I didn't even really know what the hell this quote unquote manosphere was. I wasn't part of that. You know, I was more talking about relationships as it related to men making the decision to at least go explore your options somewhere else. You understand? So I never did a live about just Pearly things, but I have talked about her here before. We have. But the thing about it, if it's the manosphere, and I don't care because the hyenas don't even like me, so I don't care. When it comes to some of these black female content creators, they need to keep their black ass off the manosphere platform. They need to do what they do, because once you invite them on, they bring the emotion along with them.
And so, yeah, you're right. That's the problem that I had with Obsidian. The only I got from Obsidian brought a lot of them in for interviews and stuff. Him, Game Changer, a lot of them. I said Obsidian. A lot of people told Obsidian, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring them in because what they're trying to do is the Danica Marie's, the Courtney Michelle, the unsolicited security bosses. They're trying to wrangle black men. If they can take over the black manosphere, they feel like they can wrangle black men. You know what I'm saying? Wrangle. No, they don't have it. The person they see that's a threat to that is Just Pearly.
It's Just Pearly.
That's why. Yeah, they went all out with the Maggle Jason Black to take her down, because they figure they can take her down. That's the laugh, because they do see her as the direct line from Kevin Samuels. You know what I'm saying? They see her as go ahead.
Yeah, okay. James Wingate says, I agree. Her dad made her prove it. She paid her front, make her business grow. I had paid for consulting for business. I didn't know. And she was a smart move. Let me catch these real quick. JM.
Go ahead, bro.
This Pearly thing chick doesn't even, yeah, she don't have nothing. You know, and I'm going to touch on that in a minute, JM. JM, brother, you sound like pro-black. How many black women are hiring other black people? Yes, what I said earlier. She hired Nigeria, other black people, but I see very few black people. Let me tell you something. Another thing to JM, and you make a great point. JM, did you notice what some of these other ladies did when they went Brooklyn Kid, Blue Book gentleman in the building? JM, did you notice? Right? Did you notice they monetized and tried to cash up as much controversy as they could off Just Pearly thing?
Yeah, and look, and Just Pearly struck back. She got her legal team together, and she took out Sarah Goffin. I mean, he got decimated. And after that, she went into she took down Danica Marie. Danica Marie done dialed it back. She's dialed it back. She didn't try. She tried to monetize Pearly stuff, and Pearly took her down. And after that, you saw the rats. So Courtney Michelle started taking her stuff down too. You know what I'm saying? She quickly started taking that stuff.
Look at how hypocritical they are. They hate her for coming into the manosphere, but then they turn around, put out all this content, calling her out, calling her names, pasty, mayonnaise, they called it. They did the same. Shames and so guilt, the need to be right.
Yeah.
Why they getting super chats? But then Pearly is, what did I say earlier, gentlemen? Pearly is a white conservative business person.
Yeah, because she turned around and her right hand person is this black lady who she paid. Matter of fact, this black lady, old black lady, sets her own schedule. That's her right hand. She called her auntie. Auntie's the one that guided her through the process in London. Okay, this is who you need to hire. This is how you need. I mean, you know what I'm saying? At least she paying black folks. She paying them.
And JM, I understand. James said she does the same because in other countries like England, white people, basically what she does is Just Pearly uses the leverage of a 1.3 million person subscriber base to say, look, I'm gonna pay you what I want to pay you, but you don't have to be on my platform if you don't accept it. I don't think she's holding nobody at gunpoint to work for her.
No. Because matter of fact, they had one of her top lieutenants on the panel, and one of her top guys getting paid. He said he's made more money with just Pearly than before this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it was King Richard.
Yeah. Dude said he's got a 4-bedroom house. You know what I'm saying? And him and Pearly doing business deals now. They about to purchase some real estate together. You know what I'm saying? He's making moves. You know what I'm saying?
Salute,
and Auntie,
Brooklyn kid.
Yeah, and
Salute.
freaking Auntie, and Auntie, her right hand person, man, for freaking Auntie sets her schedule. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think what we all have to do, especially as Black folks, is we can tend to be, me included, we can tend to be emotional at times and not strictly, one of my favorite scenes, one of my favorite movies of all time, and I've watched this movie, I don't know, man, 60 times, is The Godfather. And when they tried to put a hit out on Michael, or they were going to put a hit out on Michael, Lord Williamson, what's happening, brother? They tried to put a hit out on Michael. And you see Tessio, Fish, that was on Barney Miller, right? Tessio was the one that went to the other family to negotiate, because before the Godfather died, he told Michael, whoever comes to you about the meeting with Bonzini or the other guy is going to be the one that betrays you in the family. And when he walked up in the house to go get Michael for the meeting, Robert Duvall came out the house, James Hagan, and he said, hey, man, Michael made other plans. And then all of a sudden, all of the goons walked around Tessio and were like, hey, man, we know you the one that told. And Tessio looked at Robert Duvall and he said, hey, man, hey, John, can you look out for me? This one time, get me out of this shit. He said, and let Michael know that it was only business. And he said, no, man, I can't help you. And that's what just Pearly Smith, just Pearly things schooled all those other commentators on. Don't take it personal. It's just business.
Yeah, I mean,
she got the leverage.
Yeah, man. I mean, she went and all right. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, these are the top dogs in the Black manosphere. Fresh and KS is number one. Fresh and Fit, the Donovan Sharp. You know what I'm saying? And these other guys. And she went and paid them their money. You know what I'm saying? Just like a true capitalist. Paid them their money, they fee. You know what I'm saying? And she sat at their feet, listen, and shut up and listen. And you know what I'm saying? And she went over, she left the US. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to pay some people because I'm a pasty white girl from the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? And these Black folks don't know me like that. Yes, I dated Black men, but they still don't know me like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What's that song, NWA? You know what I'm saying? You don't know me like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Yeah.
Kevin 3905 says, sorry, Garvey should be able to fight the strikes because he was in the video. I think he'll be fine. But no, I wasn't surprised. She was never for us in the first place. Yeah, she was trying to make money like any capitalist would. James says, JM, she gave them an opportunity to get paid by her, and she would build up their channel. They didn't have jobs, but wanted to build. Yeah, they gained something from it. What up, fam? Lord Williamson tapping in. Lord Wilson, welcome in the building, brother. Rubberman is correct. Government launches campaign against sex tourism initiative. North American tourists, YouTubers become suspected. They don't want to see you. They don't want to see me. They don't want to see Rubber Band Man. They don't want to see Kevin. They don't want to see the brothers in here moving and exploring our options. And they're going to, and they'll get right with them hyenas and help it.
Yeah, because
you know what? You know what, JM? I can appreciate your belief in equal opportunity, but also from a business standpoint, if I had a product or I had a niche in these YouTube streets that appealed to a familiar demographic, I would hire a host that identifies with that demographic. It's only a smart way to do business.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's the problem that I have. I have with, like, saying, the one thing that I'm sitting and said the same thing you said, Ed. He said, "Look, man, this is business." He said, "Look, yeah, I got a entertainment media network, but it's still a business. It's still a business. At the end of the day."
James Wingate, when people attack KS or use his content, they get strikes for using it. Yeah, rightfully so. Just Pearly Things is now going to use the KS model, not use her stuff without permission. And I want to send an extra big shout out. Stay on everything out to my man Trey. We were together on the panel earlier. I salute the brother for his views and his content. It's always great to have you here, Trey. But you're right. I mean, my thing is, Rubber Band Man said it best. Just Pearly Things sat at the feet of KS and these other people that were there. She built a business. And then she brought in people to speak on her platform. You know what I'm saying? She brought in other black YouTube, this and that or whatever. And now you got black. And to me, some of the black content providers are showing their hypocrisy. You're only doing videos to bash her so you can get likes, clicks, and views from the other haters. And she putting a stop to that shit.
Oh man, did she, boy? I'm talking about, and she waited too. Like, I'm talking about, man.
Salute to you, Trey.
And they said the nigga we broke up and her stuff was getting. She had strikes everywhere, man. She had strikes everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, you saw.
Yeah, Danique Marie for a couple of days went after her pretty hard.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah. So she got strikes. Then Courtney Michelle started taking her stuff down. Now, but see, it's you know what I'm saying. So now they upset because the whole objective, Ed, was to wrangle the black manosphere. That's the only problem I have with Obsidian. He brought these hyenas in. You know what I'm saying? You should have never brought them in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Babatunde Umana, who's one of the knights of the SYSBM. He said this is called the manosphere. The women are supposed to be on the periphery. This is a space. This is the place where men can come to hash out stuff, to try to get to that next level, network and build. You know what I'm saying? And he said now, and one of the mad bus drivers said, now you got a problem because now these hyenas are trying to wrangle. Okay, first the hyenas don't want you leaving. No matter what court. I mean, the Courtney Michelle that said herself. You know what I'm saying? She don't want you leaving. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She don't want you leaving. Period. You know what I'm saying? The Nika Marie don't want you leaving. Oh, yeah, I saw that from Trey.
Hey, Trey, that's great, man. JP looking like the 80s Celtics out here. She Larry Bird, she playing the game, and lots of so-called businessmen. Exactly, bruh. The girl
you're right.
sat there and she did her research, and she sat there and said, look, if I really want to make it, I got to have professional audio. I got to have professional editing. I got to have the right cameras. Yep. And I got to have the right gatekeepers to give me access to that market. And it's not going to be cheap. Every other content provider before KS passed away, rest in peace to the Godfather, had the same damn opportunity.
Yeah. Courtney Michelle had the same opportunity. Nika Marie. They'll say. I mean, what's it? Crimson Cure had it. So this other chick who talking about she froze her eggs. You know what I'm saying? This other black chick talking about she froze her eggs. She had the same access to. You know what I'm saying? And see, a lot of them were doing the same thing that happened to Just Pearly. A lot of them were calling the Kevin show trying to take him out. Her name was Kendra G. Kendra G. I watched the thing where she was on Kevin's show, and she came in there with the sole purpose of trying to take him out. You had Crystal and Karazin, another one, the Queen of Swirl Mountain. What's up, bro? The Queen of Swirl Mountain. She called in the Kevin show trying to take him out. So the same thing happening all over.
Trey, I'd love to hear what you got to say, man, because you and I were on there tonight listening on Dee Dee's thing.
Yeah.
And much props to Dee Dee. I gave her a shout out earlier. You know, I think Dee Dee actually tries to get to the root of, she keeps it a certain way. She talked about Just Pearly, but she didn't attack her. She was smart enough not to use the shame, insults, and guilt. So I'd love to hear what Trey has to say. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, man. I enjoy being on the panel with you on DD's show, man. I love to hear the perspectives. I think one of the things that I miss is hearing that sage, that wisdom from my uncles and great uncles. They've all passed on, so I don't get to sit under that learning tree anymore.
Yeah,
I have to start to build my own learning tree at this point. But look, the way I was raised is, if you don't want anybody to learn the game, don't teach it to them. Because when you teach them the game, it is a very good possibility that they could be better than you at the game, right? There's always a saying, my uncle used to tell me all the time, I taught you everything you know. I didn't teach you everything I know. He used to tell me that all the time, Ed. He used to say that all the time because I would always think that I was smarter than him. Like, hey, you taught me everything you know. I taught you everything you know. I didn't teach you everything I know. Which means that he always kept something for himself, just in case. So he always had an edge over me. I think in our community, I think that when you aren't raised in this sort of capitalist, businessman, business-like world, you don't understand it. And you think that everybody's supposed to play fair. And Ed's supposed to be nice to me. And Ed, Ed, you should have some integrity and you should be a good businessman. Well, that's not business. Business can get ugly and business can get mean and nasty. It can be backstabbing, right? She's copy striking Sarah. That's her homie. That's her road dog. They came up together, and she copy striking him.
They were thick as thieves, bro. They
were two peas in a pod. She's copy striking him. Why? Because this is business. This is money, and this is the society. Because she didn't grow up poor. She said it herself. This is what she grew up under. She understands it. She gets it. And then you take that and you put her under the learning tree of Kevin Samuels, who was very good about his business. This is what you get. And I'm not necessarily upset with it. I don't like the comments that she made. I thought they were inauthentious.
Yeah, they were stupid. Yeah, they were stupid.
Like
Obsidian said, man, she made a dumb move. Obsidian said she made a dumb business move. Bringing on the Nick Fuentes. Yes, she trusts her staff, which is a bunch of black folks that said bring them on. But Obsidian said that's when he said, look, you are the head of that company. I understand you trust your staff. They thought it'd be a good interview, but that's when you should have pushed back and said, nah, maybe I'm the one that doesn't need to do it. It need to be somebody else.
Well, Brooklyn Kids, you did say you let Snake in, a snake gonna be a snake, but also Lapierre, you said Lapierre Network, Anton said he's still gonna work with. Of course, he wants access to her network too. Courtney came from him, but she said she never said anything bad about him because, I mean, she's splitting hairs.
Yeah, she's splitting hair, Ed. You're right.
She's splitting hair. I think part of her still wants to keep some of the community and the sisterhood in her corner as well.
Yeah. She's trying to split hair.
She's walking a very fine line between the manosphere and the community.
Yeah.
But if nothing else, is what Rubber Band Man said earlier. Don't you think Just Pearly Things is even more empowered now in this moment?
Yeah.
She knows the leverage. She knows the power that she wields with her platform. And she went back like everybody was playing checkers and she was playing chess. And she said, if I hit my homeboy the hardest, if I get his whole thing, deleted,
imagine what I'll do to you.
Everybody else that's hating is gonna fall in line.
Imagine what I would do to you. Exactly.
Hey, imagine, man. Sun Tzu Art of War, man. If the enemy has a disadvantage, never let him advantage over you. Never let him know.
And this is she's moving towards politics because red pill will fade. Well, though, you bring up a good point, Daniel, and big props to Daniel in the building. Daniel J. You know what? That's why it was a stupid move to have Nick Fuentes, especially with no pushback, right? Because to me, if you got Saray Garvey on there, who's all about the colonialist thing, he would have been at least an all right guest to have some pushback.
Well, so I think she did that when she moved to the side chair and brought on her homegirl, one of the white girls she's friend with, who's engaged to a black man. I think she caught on late and she was trying to do that, but you know what I'm saying. But her friend came from a place of emotion because her friend is engaged to a black man. You needed a Sauron Gavi or Obsidian, someone who could go, judge you. Yeah, toe to toe.
But also,
Ed,
I mean,
you know what though, Ed,
yeah.
I don't think that Nick would have signed up for that though. Like if he would have known that he's gonna sit on the couch and there's gonna be black people on the couch, just from what I've seen of Nick, from his Kanye West days, he's a coward. He would have never signed up for that. I don't think he would have done it. I think the only way he would have done it is the way that he did it. Is that no, I got to be alone. That way he can spew his nonsense, and he really doesn't have any pushback.
But you're right, because you right on that, Trey. Because the minute that white girl came on there, who's engaged to the brother, and she started giving him, I mean, she gave him a 5 when it came to the smoke. You know what I'm saying? He got a little bit uncomfortable right then. He got real. I mean, and she was just giving him at a level 5. Imagine if he had Sarah or Obsidian giving him that 10. You know what I'm saying? That heat on that thing.
Great point, Trey. Maybe, and also, I wonder was Nick Fuentes brought on almost as Daniel J. And when I don't want to get into conspiracy theories, but was he brought on for her to appeal to a more conservative audience? You understand what I'm saying? Is there some sort of political channel that she wants to get into, like maybe like Midas Touch of the Young Turks or something like that?
I can speak on that because that's no problem.
I don't know, because I don't see what he would have to do with Manosphere.
Well, no, I can speak on that because I'm a conservative too. I've worked in also full disclosure. I'm a conservative Republican. I worked on several Republican campaigns here in VA and stuff like that. She is transitioning, but she still wants to keep what her target is: moderate to conservative black men. That's her target audience, and the Republicans. Well, I ain't gonna say the Republicans. Donald Trump got 22% of the black male vote. All right, he did something that no Republican has able to do since Reagan. He was able to get 22% of the blue collar and white collar black male vote that leans center right, moderate to conservative. If she can grow that, you know what I'm saying? Because she's talking everything that Kevin said, because Kevin was a moderate, a center right person himself. He wasn't a full conservative, but he was talking conservative values. If she can take that there and grow that network, you know what I'm saying, and grow that base, you know what I'm saying, she will have, you know what I'm saying, she will have access. She will have given the Republicans. You know, I'm not saying this is speculation. I'm not saying she's doing it, but from what I've seen, if she can grow that there, she'll be a political powerhouse. Especially if she creates this network of this access to successful black businessmen,
conservative leaning, successful, educated,
right?
Black men.
From white collar to blue collar. If she can, because one thing she did say, the black men that watch her, a lot of them are truck drivers with their own trucking businesses. She has a lot of black men who have small businesses that listen to her. If she can grow, you know what I'm saying, grow that base, you know what I'm saying, she will be a force to, she'll be a political force to work with, especially if she goes to the Daily Wire with Ben Shapiro.
Okay, if you're looking for people talking about her channel is going to be big because of all the attention. True, and then Kevin. So now you're thinking this was a Trump move? I mean, maybe she's trying to grow her channel.
No, Kevin's right. He's right on that.
But in America, they water down. I bet O'Shea will pull. I think the slavery thing is getting. I mean, rightfully so. It should get a lot more attention. But my thing is, why is this such an upheaval for the manosphere? The manosphere seems to be having an existential crisis.
Well, what it is,
Because they feel betrayed. They feel betrayed.
Oh, hey, Trey.
Well, wait,
hey, Trey, you got explain that, Trey. Yeah, explain that, Trey.
Because if you look at a lot of the people who follow her, a lot of those guys, they might not outright claim that they're manosphere guys, but quite a few of them are, right? And here they were. They had a white woman saying the things that they've been saying for a while now, right? And to hear her kind of water down slavery and say the things that, I would love for her to sit down with my great grandmother and make that comment. But anyway, I think a lot of these guys, almost hurt. They feel betrayed. They're hurt. They're like,
but Trey.
How could you? One of them talking.
Betray. Okay, betray. But betray, Ed, you all three of us. We know full well, even though, and Pablo Frescobar said this on his channel. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it a buck, okay? Let's keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? There were quite a few blacks that owned slaves. You know what I'm saying? You had some sellouts. You know what I'm saying? You had some black sellouts who had money, and they were able to buy their access into the white power structure in America, and they had black slaves. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because slavery was a global business. You know what I'm saying? It was a global business. You know what I'm saying? And if you could buy access into the market, you know what I'm saying? Buy into the market, you know what I'm saying? And so apparently you had quite a few black folks, you know what I'm saying, who owned slaves. And one just one or two, quite a few of them, they were able to buy access to the market and own and basically only own people. Hell, Kamala Harris descends from a white man who lived in Jamaica, who married one of his black female slaves. She lived in the big house while the rest of her people. Now it was a sugar cane plantation where they made rum, but her great grandmother lived in the big house while her own people were out there totally in slavery. Why? Because Kamala Harris' father, Kamala didn't want to talk about it, but her father said that's a part of their family history, that it's a dark part of our history. My great grandmother married a slave master, gave him babies, and sat in the big house while her people were getting lashed and stuff.
Yeah, but again, I mean, I think that's right. But again, the thing with Just Pearly to me is, I think, okay, I can understand, Trey, you make a lot of sense. They feel hurt, right? The manosphere. But the thing to me is, isn't it so hyena-ish that the community tried to capitalize off the Just Pearly thing too? It's not that I'm surprised at it. It's just the fact that, they went after her in a racist way because she said something racist. And that doesn't make sense to me. They were calling brothers in the manosphere sellouts and, you know what I'm saying? And all
like
of
sign language.
White pasty, mayonnaise, and all of that. So why is everybody in such an uproar about a woman that paid to get the key to the gate?
Because brothers are leaving. But brothers are leaving. Ed, look, Ed, you in Cambodia, cuz they don't like that.
Because I think they thought that she was going to use it responsibly. I think that they were okay with giving her the key, but they thought that she was going to be responsible with it.
Yeah, but see, she paid for the key, Trey.
And I'm not arguing it. I'm just saying the thought process is, I think that they thought that she was going to be responsible with it, and then they found out, oh crap, she's not. You know what I mean? She's one of them. You know what I mean? She's one of them.
But see, on Obsidian show, her right hand man who actually decides who comes on the show, he said, yeah, man. He said, look, man, yeah, that's kind of my bad. I should have said no to that, but he said no. He was thinking business. He was thinking views and business. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And it was a black guy. It was a black guy saying, he was thinking views and business. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't fault him for that. To be quite honest, if I had a YouTube channel that had 1 million followers and I needed, a spike, right? Like even in the media, they have sweep, right? They do the sweep thing to get a spike, right? If I needed a spike, if I needed some juice, right?
Yeah.
I'd have Nick on too.
Go
But
ahead, Trey. You drop the jewels, Trey.
but the issue is my conversation with Nick is not going to be the same conversation that Pearlie had, right? And I'm certainly not going to agree with him on a lot of the things. I think where that thing went off the rails is you could just kind of see, even the way Pearlie was sitting in her chair, there was a comfort level. Like she was comfortable having this conversation with Nick, being around that sort of talk and that sort of conversation, right? That to
Yeah.
me is where it's separated. And you can have them on. You can have on every white supremacist that you want. If you just want to just shake it up a little bit, I'm perfectly okay with that. But that doesn't mean you have to. Your views don't need to go on there. You don't need to tell us what your views are. Let that man speak. Let him say what we already know about Nick anyway. For those of us who knew, because a lot of guys didn't even know who Nick Fuentes was. So for those of us who knew who Nick was,
Yeah, I did. I
I
know you were.
expected for Nick to say exactly what he was going to say, especially when he brought the Italian girl up there with the black boyfriend. I'm like, oh, I already know where this is going. I already know where this is going. I already know where this is going. You know what I mean? I fully expected because that's Nick Fuentes. Remember, he was sitting right next to Kanye when Kanye was making his comments about slavery being a choice. This is nothing new. Like Nick isn't doing anything special. This is who he is. But I think once you start to fall into that web along with Nick, you make yourself look silly. And that's ultimately where her business mistakes made it. I used to say this. I say this all the time about people, Ed. I don't know Ed's heart. I don't know Ed's heart, right? I know what Ed shows me. I know I know the guy that Ed purports to be. But at the end of the day, I don't know what's deep down in Ed's heart. I can never know that. So when somebody shows you who they are, just believe them. Okay, now I know who Pearlie is, and I believe you. I believe you, for that's who you are now, right? And I'm
absolutely, yeah, you're right. You're correct.
Well, hey,
just
Kevin got a point.
Said, our sisters are not going to change their standing at the finish line as usual, thinking they're going to profit off Pearlie's mistakes, but she made sure that didn't happen. And they don't want to pay for the keys; they want them for free. Brooklyn, the kids, they got mad at her for giving KS money. Same ones that mad at her. They did. Yeah, I mean, they had an opportunity.
Yeah, they blew it.
And they blew it. You know what I'm saying? If I was really serious at the point when KS was really big, I don't know if I could even justify kicking out 1,000 an hour. But if I wanted to get on the level of just Pearlie, I would have looked at it like, okay, this is an investment because I'm gonna have that 1 million mark subscribership at some point.
She did. I mean, look at it now. Because what? Because Kevin had what 1.8, almost 2 mil. You know what I'm saying? And look at her. She had 1.5. Matter of fact, she didn't gain subscribers now.
I was gonna say the last time I looked, she was at 1.36, so she's gaining.
Yeah, she's gaining subscribers. But see, just like Ed said, man, she sat down and went and just like Pablo said, freaking Pablo said, she paid. She went and kicked out money to the top dogs in the black manosphere.
Oh,
here's my frustration, Ed, with our sisters, right?
Okay.
My frustration is KS gave you the information for free. He made her pay for it.
Whoa, that's deep, Trey.
Every single night he was on these shows giving you the information of what it takes to build a black nuclear family for free. And you didn't want it. You didn't want the information. You rejected it. You said that it took you back into a time you didn't want to go to. It's a lot of information, a lot of jewels that man dropped night in and night out that spoke directly to our sisters, and he didn't charge you a dime for it.
And man, y'all should give Trey the biggest round of applause for that.
Yes, sir. Trey,
that was deep because I got back to the States last year. You know, I was convalescing. You know, I'm recovering, and my homeboy gave me, man, because I had been in Cambodia for 3 years, right? I didn't even know who the hell Kevin Samuels was. But then when I heard that your average, do you remember the one that went viral? You know, with the little chick that was saying that she was above average and all of that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Who's still single, by the way.
Yeah. And she, you know, I started listening to it, and then I said to myself, Kevin is simply making them look at themselves. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's saying that that he's making them look at themselves. And you're right, Trey. They didn't want to hear it. They didn't want to hear it at all. Because you know when he went through that whole thing, what's your what is it I can't say out loud? He sat back and he said, what's your dress size? What's your height? What's your weight? And what it was is he asked everybody. So here's a matrix that is proven that I can, you know, give you an assessment on. Did you ever notice how all the sisters got deaf? Huh? What was that? I'll say what? You know, I think, can you say that again? And then he would do like this because he even showed them the grace of not showing their whole body, right? He wouldn't even show their face. And he's like, no, sister, you're not no size 4. You know, you're not no size this. But they didn't, but they didn't even want to answer that question. And that's the thing that Tommy Sotomayor brought up on there tonight, where they were like, what did one of these ladies say? She said to Tommy, we're mad at Just Pearly because she was talking about black women. And then Tommy said, tell me what she said specifically against black women. Nothing. They couldn't answer it. And then he was like, no, hold on. Are y'all the same sisters that was dancing on Kevin Samuel's grave? Now, all of a sudden tonight, those sisters was acting like they were so heartbroken that Kevin passed away. Well, you know, Kevin did do a lot to help the self-esteem of young black women. I said, no, you weren't singing that song. You know, you weren't singing that song because I watched the show. You can sit there, right, Trey, Rubber Band, you can sit there like this. Like, oh, this shit is about to go downhill. And it would go downhill once they got ignorant. Once they got combative. Once they started getting stupid. Then it went straight downhill. Now, and dude, when I was on earlier tonight on DD, I think right before you came on, Trey, I told him, listen, I'm not trying to save him. You know, I hate to say it, but over here, just like Messy Michon says, over here, I'm not trying to save him, man. You know, you had them, and you had them brothers. We had a difference of opinion, but you had them brothers talking about how I think either you had just got on there, but there's that one dude that was talking about the BBLs, and he was saying that black men need to take accountability for forcing these black women into feeling like they got to get BB. And I'm just sitting there, Trey and Rubber Band, like, Negro, are you serious?
Yep.
No,
I had just got there.
You just got there.
Yep.
And dude, he had gone on this long diatribe about how, you know, we like those type of bodies and that's what they're going after. And once we don't like them anymore, I said, look, bro, I refuse to take responsibility for women watching reality TV. And then it's the way they go about it, right? Me, I'm a huge golfer. I paid a bunch of money for Titleist irons. I wanted a TaylorMade driver. I wanted a Scotty Cameron putt. I wanted to play a Pro V1 ball.
Talk that talk, Ed. Come on.
Because that's a brand that I can trust. The performance is proven. These chicks go out to get BBLs in Mexico, the DR, in some hotel with Dr. Juan, whoever, trying to get it on the low. And then, you know, it's elective surgery that's going to maybe kill you, maybe get you deleted. Because Kim Kardashian went to a board-certified doctor. Go ahead.
No, and I was just going to say, and got the nerve to call a wife a pick-me. The woman who's married to a man, she's the pick-me, but you're going to go put yourself on a slab for a fake booty, and you're thinking you're not a pick-me? No, sweetie, you're trying to get my attention. You're trying to get my attention.
Kevin said average at best. The beauty of KS was doing is he made them obsess themselves. Exactly. Look in the mirror. High weight and dress yourself from 1 to 10. Listen, bro, it was when I went to Columbia, It was a Colombian woman. This was crazy. It was a Colombian woman that me and her, she just happened to be getting coffee sitting next to me. I'm trying to work on my Spanish. She's helping me out. And she said, look, you want to meet the average Colombian woman, go to the gym. Go to the gym. And then she said, right up here in the mountains of Medellin, we got this trail. And we can't afford the gym. The girls that can't afford the gym, what they do is they go out there in the afternoon and they run up that hill. You know what I'm talking about, Trey?
I've seen that.
Everybody out there got a badooka.
Ed, I saw it on YouTube. And
Me too.
I went, oh my God. I was in Rio about 2 years ago. I could not believe the amount of women in the gym. It was unreal, Ed. I was like, there are women. It's literally packed with just women.
Why? Because
they may have been about 13 guys in there total.
Why? Because
and it's the same way with the gym here in Cambodia, the gyms in Vietnam, the gyms in Thailand. If you sit back and think that this new generation of Asian girls ain't thick, you must not be looking at the right area. They go every day. The girls that can't afford to go to the gym, they walk, they run, they ride bikes. What were you about to say, Rubber Band?
Hey, look, man. Well, hey, two things. On the first point, you know, a mad bus driver said, like the guy who was talking about blaming black men. He said, what these guys are trying to do, and what mad bus driver said, these guys are trying to save their mama. You know what I'm saying? So they figure if they can save that black woman doing it, they saving their mama in some way because their mama's a single mother who probably got who's probably by herself. All right, then on the second thing, you know what I'm saying? King Sigma said this on his show. He said in these other countries, competing for a man is a sport. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a sport. So therefore, if you slip up one time, you know what I'm saying, and not handling your business as a woman, you know what I'm saying, that man's got 15 women waiting in line, you know what I'm saying, to take your spot. Literally waiting in line to take your spot. You know what I'm saying? Be like, look, go ahead and screw up.
Yeah. I'm gonna get to these super chats, but I think we had an important point because what I'm starting to notice and what I see is not so much just simps. You got son husbands that are growing into young men now. And you got a lot of influx where these younger men are trying to get some of us older guys who are a little long in the teeth to accept responsibility and make excuses for these women. I take no pleasure in talking about, I go to bed every night knowing that I haven't purposely gone out here to say something against my sisters without having some logic behind it or some rationale that I can point to. You know what I'm saying? And what really gets me now is exactly what Trey said. Dude, Smart Fit Gym in Medellin, Colombia is the place to go, bruh. And this is something that every woman, you see them getting off the tram, you know, in their tights, and they're not paying for that. But then all of these sisters call them dirty foot bees, uneducated, can't speak English, but you're paying thousands of dollars and risking your life in order to look like them. And that's what brings me to Daniel J's point about elective surgery, right? Purely cosmetic is unnecessary validation. I lived in Atlanta. I had a girlfriend named Nikki. Nikki was a hairdresser. She must have been about 5'3". She had huge breasts, but what does she do as a hairdresser, dudes? She stands on her feet all day, right? So that put extreme stress on her back and her lower back. So she went to her primary care and got a referral to a cosmetic surgeon for her to get a breast reduction to give her a better quality of life. That I can deal with. But going out here to get fat removed and changed from one place to the other, because that's what quote unquote society and videos, I think it's sad. I'm against it 110%, and I won't take ownership for it. I refuse it. Yeah, but a lot of women are dying. Yeah, I said that earlier because they're not going to board certified doctor. Daniel J. I fell in love with women on every block in Medellin. The most modest feminine vibe is uncanny. Bro, when you say uncanny, how refreshing it is just to say, ¿Cómo estás? And they say, hola, ¿y tú? And I mean, dude, you're almost like, am I in some, in some dreamland? Well, you can just, especially if you speak a little Spanish, just a little bit, they know you're trying. They'll even laugh at your funny little American accent. But they're appealing there. And not just that, but the women here in Cambodia, like my girl, there's a country song. Well, it's Luke Combs, Beautiful Crazy. She absolutely loves that song. I say, because your crazy is beautiful to me. And the word for crazy in Khmer is chikit, chikut, or whatever. She's like, I said, baby, chikut. She just starts laughing. But they already can sense your masculinity. And they have an appreciation for it. Which to me, and I'm going to be honest with y'all call it a little emotional moment. I'll do anything in the world for that woman. You understand me? I make sure everything is paid. I do anything she asks me to do. I feel like the way that I repay her is by making sure she wants for nothing. You understand? She wants for nothing. I feel a sense of responsibility that I never want to let her down. You see what I'm saying? Trey, do you understand what I mean? I don't want to let her down. And that's what I tried to talk about on the panel. When I said tonight, my house got a set of rules and I give out tickets for failure to maintain lane. The one thing the military taught me was this. Along with that authority comes responsibility. I remember getting woke up when I was at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. I remember getting a phone call 3:00 in the morning. I had to go to the Cumberland County Sheriff's Department to get one of my soldiers out of jail. Now, I didn't do nothing wrong. I don't know what the hell he did wrong, but I was still responsible for him 24/7. And I think if some of these women would get this toxic femininity out of their minds, they might actually get somewhere. Y'all go ahead.
Ed, that's what I was talking about. Remember I said to you on Dee Dee's channel, I said, people who have been in true leadership positions, they know you can't lead everybody. Because some people they just not gonna go with it. They're just not. No matter how much you tried, I've been in that position. I remember them giving me and say, "Hey, man, we about to give you a troop. This dude's he's a hard head. He's been arrested for failing his his piss test. But we're gonna give him to you because you do pretty good with younger guys. And the reason why I always did better with younger guys supervising them is because I held them to a standard. And I told them from the very beginning, this is the standard. You either meet the standard or I'm going to make sure you get the hell up out of here. We had the
same thing. We had the same thing in the Army. We had task, conditions, and standard. Here's the task, and this is how you're supposed to do these tasks, and these are the standards for everybody, pass or fail. And I can't stand somebody that doesn't want to take accountability. Daniel J. Hey, James, you tell me in the chat who y'all. He said Kevin 395. He kept trying. I think he was about to give up and become a passport bro. He told black men today. Oh, you talking about Kevin Samuels? Brooklyn kid.
He was turning the corner, Ed. He was turning the corner.
I think he was getting frustrated with it.
I think he was getting frustrated too.
I'm going to Columbia. Kevin Samuels was getting frustrated.
Yeah, but you got to remember too, man. You know what I'm saying? He straight told these sisters. He said, you ain't got to worry about Becky. Your number one competition is right dead in your face. He said, this is Latino woman.
Peace out, James.
Love to have Hispanic woman. He said, the Hispanic woman is your number one competition. You know what I'm saying? She's standing next to you. So Becky's a couple doors down. The Latin chick is right next to you. She's taking your man right under your nose.
I'm in San Jose, Costa Rica at the end of the month. And
hey,
I met a woman named Daniela, and I can't wait to get over there. I can't wait to get over there. And the thing is, Ed, you ever you with your girl, you ever you meet your girl, and like the moment she starts talking to you, you can feel the feminine energy come off of her. Like you can feel it. You know what I mean? And it makes you kind of sit up straight, like, hold on. I gotta hold on. You know what I mean? Like I gotta hold on. I gotta because she's not like the other women. You can feel it immediately. The first time I started talking, I went, whoa. I went, whoa.
You know, it takes you aback at first because it's something so different than you've had. You know, like Sim will leave here about 10 o'clock at night to go open her bar. And she just started this year. She said, baby, I'll be back before 2. My daughters are going to come relieve me. They'll close the bar. She'll come in. I'll be asleep on the couch. It's the way she lays on the couch with me. It's like she wants to get like right up in there, right up under there and be like, I feel so safe with you right now. It's almost like a vulnerability. You know what I'm saying? You can hear it in her voice, which automatically brings out even more masculine energy with you. It makes you want to be more protective. You want to provide even more. Like, you know, I always use the word with her and my daughters. I said, when we go out, you're my precious cargo. Whenever I go out, and all the girls are like, yeah, we're with Papa. Everything is good. But I think it's going to be damn near impossible for the community to make that turn, because you can't fake femininity. You can't fake that energy trait me and you were just talking about. You can't fake that. But what do y'all think is going to happen? You know, like I said before, I think it's not even going to take 10 years. I think it's going to be 3 to 5 years to maybe 7 years from now. What's going to be that dating scene for the modern Black woman or the modern woman? Because I have an idea based on the video I saw today. But what do y'all think? What do y'all think it's going to look like for her?
I'm telling you right now, it's going to be. I think who was that brought that up? I think it was GW Stream or someone. He said, man, you know what I'm saying? He said these bros are moving into homes with each other now because a lot of them ain't got no man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna touch on that point in a minute, dude. When you get finished, I'm gonna touch on that point.
Then he said either way, he said they're gonna have to wind up. He said either two things. He's allowed to move in, or he said they're gonna have to start. He said you're gonna start seeing this poly thing pop up, because right now, you know, you got the alphabet, and then now they added another letter to it, P, which is poly. Okay. Then now you have the other thing complaining. These women of the alphabet community, they complaining there's no black sperm out there for them to go and have babies with, because you know you don't want a black man. You don't like a black man. You know what I'm saying? You still need a black man to have a baby. All right.
I watched the 25-minute video today about the poly thing, where all of a sudden I started seeing groups of Black women trying to convince themselves, because that's what it sounded like to me. She don't really want to share that dude, because I could hear that her voice wasn't sincere, but I could hear she was trying to convince herself, like, me and you can work together, girl. We got a good man, and we can work together, and we can.
I saw that video.
Households, and I'm just sitting there laughing to myself, like, oh, so now this is gonna be your golden parachute.
Yeah, like I told you, man. Like there's a YouTube page called Danica Garcia. You know what I'm saying? You know, okay. She's from the Philippines. All right. You know what I'm saying? She's marrying. She just married this fat boy from the he was Texas. He's a computer tech guy. The dude pulling like a $200K a year. All right, but he a fat boy. The dude went to the Philippines and got a fine Filipino chick. Fine. You know what I'm saying? And she straight loved that dude. And you know what I'm saying? They get more hate mail. I mean, he get hate emails. Now, this is a fat boy. He non-select, but he get more hate emails from Black women. Why? Because he's supposed to be at the retirement plan at the end of the pipeline, and he's not there no more. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, Rubber Batman, do you remember the video that I showed you that was on Passport OG? On his page, when the white dude said that the community is really getting angry because they want to scare the simps in the stand. They want to keep their orbiters. They want to keep the orbiters afraid. I don't want to piss the sisterhood off, so I'm gonna stay right here and be a simp and deal with them, because I think in the back of their mind they know that brothers are gone. Dude, it's almost like me and my boy, and he's working hard. Shout out to Jay down in Hawthorne, Florida. He sat back and said, bruh, I'm on monk mode when I go back to the States. My mom, my sister, my granddaughters, I got my girls CJ, Dana, Vicky. I've known them for years. They're all in their 50s. You know, I might meet them. We'll go get something to eat. You understand what I'm saying? But when I'm in Atlanta, I'm in the A. So every time I walk past one of these little chicks, nah. Because I don't have a mindset. They pay me to take medication. I can't deal with your shit. And I'm not going to deal with it. But I think right now, again, Trey, what do you think? 3 to 5 year outlook for these ladies?
I'm gonna answer your question, but I want to tell you something real quick. So, you know, I was with my daughter's mom for 4 years. She decided that she wasn't happy, so she left, and she took me to court and child support, the whole nine. I've gone through the whole gambit, right? And I let her know, say, hey, you know, look, I'm gonna be heading to Costa Rica for a few weeks. We need to work on our schedule. Like, what are we gonna do with the schedule, you know, for our daughter? And suddenly, lately, I've been getting a lot of really nice, pleasant, friendly text messages from her. You know what I mean? Because I think it's starting to smack her in the face too. Like, this man is moving on with his life, and he's gonna go to another country. When I say pleasant, I mean how nice she was when we first started dating. That kind of nice. You know what I mean? That, hey, I got some leftover food. You want me to make you a plate? Kind of nice. Right?
Hey, Troy, man, but she done figured out, not to cut you off, but she done figured out, man, that you are a passport bro. She done figured it out, homie. You a passport bro.
Because
to my man Bruno Kazooie, welcome, man. You see how's my Khmer literacy? Loor, good. You know, I can speak the basics, man. I got 50, 60 words in there. I can try to at least say hello. And then Daniel, they say, if OnlyFans and Instagram went offline, all hell will break loose. Brooklyn kid. She's in Balaran. I know where that is. She Balaran. Yeah. But you know what?
Yeah, let me answer the question, because I am actually probably optimistic about this. I actually think by 2030, I think that this will boil over, and that a lot of, especially sisters, will realize we can't keep going down this path, or there's not going to be anybody here for us. I think they will have an awakening. I think there will be an aha moment, a boom. You know, something will happen where it will go, okay, we need to go get ourselves a black man, because they're running short, and whatever's left is whatever's left, because the rest of them are gone. They're leaving. So we need to figure it out. I'm actually optimistic that a lot of these women will get it together, and that they will have to conform. They may not necessarily like it, but they will have to conform to being fit and feminine, and friendly. Now, will that actually happen? I don't know. I can't tell you. I can't tell you that would actually happen. But I'm actually optimistic. I think that at some point in time, because the thing is, you can't, they can't continue down this path of, well, you know, we don't need black men, because eventually everybody starts to believe it. Like, at some point in time, everybody starts to believe it, and when everybody starts to believe it, you start to run short of options. And I have a sister who's in her mid-30s. She lives in LA. She's single, never been married, and childless. And when we have phone conversations, I keep telling her the same thing over and over and over again. You decide you got injected with a poison. You got to figure out a way to get this poison out of your system. You know what the poison I mean. You know what I mean by that. You know what
I think also it's like this. Have you ever been in a relationship like with a girlfriend or a woman, and you have finally pissed her off to that level, and she just don't give a shit no more? You know what I'm saying? Like if you say something and she argue with you, you know she still care. But you just say something to her and she like, yeah, nigga, whatever. And then you just almost like, okay, hold on. I think I might have taken this too far. I think I agree with you to that level. I think that now that they actually seeing brothers not just talk about it, but now you got the passport office saying that we got over 500,000.
That was crazy.
It's gonna
I
be
watched
11
that.
to
That was
19
crazy.
weeks, and now all of a
And
sudden
the
these people
expedited is 12. Expedited is 12.
exactly, and
That's
these guys.
wild. And I want them to
Hey,
give
What
the numbers. I want
what
them
were
to
you
give the
about to
demographics
say?
so bad, Ed. I want them to give the
go ahead, Troy.
demographics. No, I'm just
My
saying. I
reading
want
and
them to.
writing is not that good. I don't know how to really read and write come out
Go
that
ahead,
well,
Troy.
but I'm
Yeah.
trying to learn.
No,
Go ahead,
I,
Trey.
I want them. I want them to give the demographics so bad. I want them to break that down and see how many black men are actually applying for those passports. I want them to do it so bad, but they won't do it. They won't give out the actual numbers. But 500,000, it's insane. That's insane. They are backed up. And then
Hey,
when they're talking about 12 weeks for expedited, 12 weeks for 12 expedited used to be like 4 to 6.
hey, hey, I just got mine. I applied for mine the 1st of November. I didn't get that sucker to damn near February. It was February. February, I got mine. Now I'm a and I'm gonna expand on what Trey said. I'm gonna take a little bit of what Dennis Berlin said, and I'm gonna take a little bit of what GW Stream and Mad Bus Roberts said. You know what I'm saying? Dennis Berlin was on Shed Sade's show about a couple months ago, and Chad's kind of framed the question as you did just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And Chad's kind of framed it. He said, look, two things gonna happen. He said, look, you're gonna have brothers who leave and say the hell with y'all and they ain't coming back. Ed, you know what I'm saying? You part of that done scenario. All right? You gone, you ain't coming back. You're done. All right? Then he said, you got a second group of black men. They're gonna go, they're gonna leave, they're gonna come back with their wives. But overall game plan is to become like that brother who said, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The hell with y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? As you say, as you said eloquently, the hell with you. The hell with you. He said the second group, man, that's gonna be their game plan. He said they're gonna leave, come back with a foreign wife, and they probably spend the next 10 to 13 years getting their stuff together to leave. But while they here, they're gonna have kids. You know what I'm saying? And he said that, you know what I'm saying? He said they're gonna have sons. And the mother is gonna make sure that your daughters don't have access to, you know what I'm saying, access to their sons. Now I'm gonna take you what Mad Bus Driver said and GW Stream said. And Trey hit on it very eloquently. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get bad because a scenario, I'm gonna take that scenario and follow me on this. You gonna have these black men come back, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, with these foreign wives, whether they be Filipino, Hispanic,
Exactly.
Cambodian, white, or whatever. They're gonna come in foreign wives and they're gonna be raising their kids. All right. And what you're gonna have is, you know what I'm saying, before what Trey says happen, you know what I'm saying? But before what Trey says happen, you're gonna have black women lashing out. You're gonna start seeing on TV black women, you know what I'm saying, all they maggles. It's gonna be mostly black women lashing out at mixed race couples. And it's gonna be a black man with, with a non-black woman because and these black women gonna start lashing out. You know what I'm saying? But like Trey's what Trey said is gonna happen, but it's gonna be down the road. They're gonna lash out first. Cause like I told you a couple of weeks ago, and I'm gonna finish my point. You know what I'm saying? They facing a war on all fronts that they don't know how to fight. You got Arab women. You got okay. You ain't got to worry about Becky at the major universities. You know what I'm saying? At the major university, you ain't got to worry about Becky. All right. Now you got to worry about Maria and Maria and her sisters coming across the border. Okay. Now, you know what I'm saying? Now you got to worry about the African women because you know what I'm saying? Why? Because no, I not because why? Because the African women are starting to make their move on black men. You know what I'm saying? You got black women, you got freaking African women trying to get passport bros to come to Africa. You know what I'm saying? Now you got Arab women. You got Arab women. There's an Arab chick on YouTube telling an Arab woman, hey yo, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, get you a good black man.
Hey,
Go ahead.
you know why? Let me tell you, man. Every country that I've been in, even when I was in the military, there is something about a confident brother swag that foreign women just love. Just the inherent way that you carry yourself, the music
Yeah.
you listen to, the way that you dress, the way that you, especially like the Philippines. And you know now that the Philippines is getting military bases back, imagine what that's going to be like
Oh,
when they
look.
reopen
Woo.
Clark and
Uh,
Subic. Oh,
Woo.
it's going to be
and,
special. Yeah.
and now you got Indian women. You got Indian women, which is the last. Because normally Indian women marry within their own community. You know what I'm saying? These Indian women are starting to move in on brothers.
Not anymore. Yep,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
anymore.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
telling you,
They moving in on brothers now. It's an
I mean,
all-out war.
the thing about Cambodia is that the society here, like most of Southeast Asia, is very liberal, and by that I mean, I thought for a while, right? I um I thought for a while that West Cambodia is uptight about the LGBT, the letter of people and lady boys and all that. They don't give a fuck. The Cambodian people don't care if you gay, if you a lady boy, if you whatever. And then that's when I learned, because I asked my girl, I said, how do you say black man? She just looked at me, she said, barang. I said, well, how do you say foreigner? Barang. She said, we got one word. Your ass just ain't come on.
Word,
And
word, word.
the thing for them, man, dude, is it's the refreshing thing. And you might see this with your girl when you go down to Costa Rica. Like, me and Sam hop on a tuk-tuk. I say, look, I need to go up to Ankle Market. I want to do some shopping. We get ready to get out the tuk-tuk. I get ready to hand the man $5 bill. Sam said, nah, give me that. Give me that. She took it, took 3 back, handed him 2. I said, well, she said, baby, that's way too much money for you to spend. I was like, what? And she's like, you got to get your mind out of that Western mentality. And then I learned really quick. Don't walk into the market with her. Don't walk into the command market. Because as soon as they see me, the price goes up double. But to me, it's the way that they're so feminine that they fit right into that role. Like I was saying earlier today, my oldest, has a 1-year-old. When she brings that little boy over here to this house, he got 4 mamas. Her sisters, all in their 20s, are handing that little boy everything that he needs and wants. They all cook, they all clean, they do it. And it's like, these black women, I just don't get it, man. I really don't get it. I don't understand.
And I was on SKC show, man, and now, man, you know what I'm saying? These ABWs are trying to bully on Captain Snowy to date them. Like, one dude said his friend was approached by ABW, and he said he wasn't interested, and she called him racist for not wanting to go out with him.
Hey, man, I don't know if y'all saw the video. I don't know if y'all saw the video I made, but I was being super sarcastic. When I made the thumbnail, I said, congratulations to Black Passport women. And I put the video up of a girl in Thailand. And I kept telling these black women that were like, okay, you trying to be a smart ass. I said, no, baby, I'm trying to save your life. Because when I first moved here to Cambodia, there was a white boy lived next door to me who had a crazy Cambodian girlfriend. Because I told you, there's no utopia, right? You got them crazy ones no matter where you go. She put her hands on him. And he sat back and said, look, man, I don't want to hit her, blah, blah, blah. Hey, will you go to the police with me? Because I knew a policeman. I said, yeah, I'll go with you. You know what the policeman told her? The policeman said, look, man, why are you bothering me with your woman problems when I got other real crimes to take care of? And I'm just sitting there, Trey, like, what? He said, listen. He said, now you tell her to come down here. Call her ass right now. Tell her, get on the motorbike, come down here, and let me show you how to handle the situation. And I'm just sitting there like this. I'm just an observer. She comes in, and old boy looked at her and said to her in Khmer, if you don't shut the fuck up, if he don't slap you, I'm going to slap you. She said that man is paying the bills and this and that. You need to keep your goddamn hands to yourself. He said, you better be glad that he came down here and told me what you were doing. But if that would have been me and you would have been my Khmer wife, I would have smacked your ass across the room. And I'm just sitting there like this, listening to a policeman comparing it to me getting locked up in Georgia for yelling at my wife. I didn't touch her. I just raised my voice. And that's why I said, sisters, congratulations. Because if you bring your black ass to Southeast Asia with that attitude, they're not going to have it. They're not going to have, you can't roll the way that we roll. You understand what I'm saying, guys? They can't do it.
Look,
you know, in Thailand, they can have 2 wives.
Hey, Ed, I was speaking of my girl in Costa Rica. I was showing her, like, you know, because I've never been there before. It's like, what do I wear to dress? Do I need to dress up or whatever? So I was showing her some outfits, and she was like, no, to every single one. No, don't wear that. That's too much. 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 And then she said, I asked her why. So she said, you're gonna bring attention to yourself. She goes, we don't need that here. She goes, we don't need that. She said, you need to be low key and you need to fit in. She's like, you're already gonna stick out, so you need to try to fit in. She's like, don't be flashy, And they weren't flashy. They weren't like Versace or Gucci or nothing crazy like that. But it was, if you looked at me, you go, oh, he's American. We can tell he's American by the way he dresses.
If you wear shorts in Colombia, you're American.
Right.
Shorts.
But it's the way she said it that I think threw me off. It wasn't like, no, don't. It was more like, mi amor, you don't need that.
No, mi amor, papi, mi amor.
Yeah, like, you don't need that. You don't have to wear that. Don't worry about all that. You know what I mean? It was just so feminine in the way she said it. And I was like, all right, fine. I'll bring the t-shirts then. Okay. You know what I mean?
It don't take much. Like I tell my girlfriend, there's a little bar down the street that I go hang out with this Khmer dude. And she'll say, baby, you be careful. You be careful. She said, I'd rather you stay home, but if you go, just be careful. And then it took me a little while to realize it wasn't like she was tripping about me going. No, she'd be like, baby, leave your new iPhone here. Take your old Android phone. She went and got me another SIM, so I got 2 different numbers. And she said, don't wear any jewelry, don't wear anything flashy, and don't stay out too late. And again, like you were saying, Trey, it's that level of nurturing and femininity that they have that's natural. They don't need a lot. They don't need a lot. They really, really don't, man. Hey, fellas, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up, man. I might go check out another stream, but I got a dip, man. I got to take this.
Ed, it's always good to talk to you, man. I'll catch you on the next.
Hey, bro, you guys are always welcome. Rubber Band, man.
Yeah, man.
Love you guys. Kevin 3905 and Albany. Hit me up, man. I hit you guys up later. Peace.